Dulux says go. That means go, guys. Dulux is saying go. We're just waiting for NEWSTAR. And there we go. The go is ordered from both teams. Battle number 3 coming up between Rush and NEWSTAR. Forget the scores being 1-all. It is actually game number 3. Hexecutor, Dulux in the AMX 5100, Skillroyd in the IS-3, Inspirer and Lebauer in the T69, Eclipse and Hive in their T1s. They're not changing that lineup, followed by NEWSTAR, or should I say against NEWSTAR's 2 artillery lineup. Right, and we go into free cam and see what's going on. This time we do see the same strategy run. And this is what I was debating what they would do with the 2 T69s, and they are going to push them up heavily, but they're not in the train track this time. They're going to be down the far side, and Lebauer is going to run straight into them with support here from Inspirer, and the opening shots do not connect from either team, and everyone's left at full HP. NEWSTAR are obviously retreating over to the east, and that's where we're going to see the engagement moving up. Executors moving up into the far side as well. Dulux and Kilroy looking to make something happen, but unlikely they're going to catch NEWSTAR before they're in position now, as we see them in full retreat over to the eastern side. And this is where we see the setup. Now, what will Red Rush do to try and break this camp of NEWSTAR? Last time they received too much HP damage during the skirmishes at the start of the game that they had to wait for NEWSTAR to make the mistakes. And this time, Hexecutor takes another shot to the face here, and that was very unfortunate for him. Red Rush won't be moving out unless they have the positional or HP advantage, and it looks like they're already starting to fall behind. Right, Kilroyd, Inspire, Lebauer, Hexecutor, Dulux, all trying to reposition. We have Inspire and Eclipse going down the side, and Lebauer going down the south side. Maybe looking to push across here to try and flank and take out the artillery if they've decided to position them there. It's a good chance that they think that the entire rush is still on the north side, but in fact they've moved down to the south. They might be trying to make a push across here and get to the other side before they are noticed by NEWSTAR. Kilroy has been left at the top there to make sure that if the enemy push forward with the T50-2 that they know they're still there. Or at least they think. Shots are going off, but I'm not sure where they're going to, if they're just randomly firing or if they actually had a target. I think that was Lebauer firing randomly. Maybe he's firing to see if he lights up, because if you get lit up, then you know that there's some enemies nearby. Sort of things I expected from Rush aren't happening. They're not doing as their namesake is and rushing. I expected the entire team to have moved south and then to come across and try to make something happen. But right now they are not. They're just holding back, and Just Cause spots Lebauer down at the south, and maybe even Eclipse. No Eclipse is safe. But Koretz is spotted as well, so NEWSTAR have split their forces. Some are up the north and some are up down the south as they spot Lebauer. Oh, Eclipse is getting too nervous. He wasn't sure if they spotted him, but obviously felt that oh, I'm not going to be doing that, and he's going to get out of there. Will Rush try and make something happen before the 2-minute mark, or will NEWSTAR attack at 2 minutes again? I'm really surprised that Rush don't seem to know what to do at this point. NEWSTAR are not a team that I would have put this far up in Russia's priority as a team of such a big threat, but they obviously do respect them enough that they're actually not moving in just randomly. And Just Cause is spotted down the south, a little bit further out than he was beforehand, but Lebauer and Eclipse aren't able to connect any shots with him. Still nothing going on. Executor, Dulux, Inspire, they're all in really interesting locations. With Executor, Dulux in flanking positions. If someone attacks the north, Dulux can get there easily. If someone attacks the south, Executor can get there easily. The other one won't be so far behind either. And Just Cause comes in into the cap circle and does connect with a shot here from Lebauer. Lebauer's going to try and get a second shot, but that one doesn't connect. Third shot, no. Just Cause decides to hide behind the building, but the artillery does get Lebauer back, which means that it was a fair HP exchange between the two. Eclipse has been told to clear the destructible terrain across there, as Lebauer was blocked by the destructible wall. Just Cause gets hit by Inspirer, and now if he goes down, that's actually going to be really bad for NEWSTAR. At the moment, they're relying on his vision to put Rush in their place and prevent them from doing anything. Inspirer, though, fired all 4 shots and has to reload. Lebauer, though, is just trying to poke out to catch him, but no, Just Cause is too quick and is going to head back north. But we do see Rush reforming for an attack. They're all coming to the south, leaving only one guy up the north, and that's the Hive in its T1. So I expect to see some sort of push here from Rush any moment now. As we see Rest in Peace spotted up the top there, maybe NEWSTAR's moving out a little bit early this time, trying to get the win. So far, it looks like people are right on the money, saying that it's going to be at least one draw this game, with many people saying that it's certainly going to be at least 2 draws in the chat. So yeah, we're going to see that if that's the case now, but the Hive is actually spotting the entire of NEWSTAR pushing out from their base, and Inspire is going for some long-range shooting, not connecting with any of his shots though. It's just far too far away for it to... far too far away for the T-69's gun. But the Hive has been spotted, and his destructible terrain is going to go down before he does. And there, it's actually quite important because all of these guys are autoloaders, so that's quite a few shells used just to take out the T1. So if Rush made a move now, they would actually be on the upper hand if it came down to the amount of shots remaining. But it looks like Rush are going to play fully defensive. Inspire, Executor, Kilroy, Dulux, and Eclipse has actually been clipped by somebody, probably the artillery, not finished off though. And they are still running around reasonably headless. 2 minutes left. I do expect to see a push from NEWSTAR at one point, but this is probably going to end up in a draw again. Not my favourite way to see Rush to play, but here we have Koretz taking a lot of damage, and so is Vox as they pass across. Rest in Peace and Drydov all come down to the south here, taking a lot of damage. I expect to see a massive counter push now from Red Rush, as they have to clear these tanks away from the cap circle with 1 minute 40 left on the clock. 2 Vosk and Drydor back there trying to get the cap working for them, and they might actually work in less. Rush can get out there and actually deal with these 4 tanks in defensive positions. There's only going to be another 30 to 40 seconds left on the clock, but Vosk is hit, and that's very unfortunate. Drydor is also hit. The cap just will not happen. It's going to be death from one side or the other. Inspirer moves in, but Lebauer takes out the T-50-2. Rest in Peace goes down, and it's break formation time. NEWSTAR running off for the draw with 1 minute 10 left on the clock. Rush is going to have to break formation themselves and go for for the kill. There is no one left to hide apart from the two Sturmpanzer 2 and Bison. The T-69 are not as fast as all the tanks here on Russia's team, and it's going to be a race against time to see if they can spread out, survive and kill everyone left on the enemy team. Because they still have to worry about the T-69s. They require 2 shells to kill each one of them, and so if any one person comes across them, they could actually die. So they've got to be careful here. Dryden turns around trying to hit Dulux. Dulux though manages to get into cover before that happens. 30 seconds left on the clock. Can Rush do it? Kilroyd is actually looking for artillery down in the bottom corner, but likely they're going to be up at the top there. Inspirer comes on the corner, is hit. Vosk's shot is, so Kilroyd's shot on Vox does not connect. Inspirer comes up for Drydor, does get a double hit with his teammate Dulux, and they're going to move forward, trying to get it. They've got 15 seconds left. Lebauer's come around the back. They're going to shrug off every damaged shot from the artillery. Lebauer is going to run straight into Vosk here, but it's going to be too little too late with 5 seconds left on the clock. They're not going to be able to find the artillery in time, who are likely hiding over in A0. Draw number 2. Now let's have a look at the stats here on the autoloaders. We do see Lebauer connecting with 7 out of 9. Inspirer shooting off a whole clip just in blind shooting, likely to have missed 4 of them. Dulux only firing 5 times, just not getting into the position to fire. And Hexecutor not firing at all. That's pretty weird. And we have the T-69 here from Vos firing only 1 clip. The 5 shots coming out here from Koretz, only 2 of them connecting. And Rest in Peace firing 4 shots. Now that's mostly because of the shots against the T1 in the north, and they hit the terrain. But it just seems like neither team knows what they're doing right now. And Strack wasn't even in the battle apparently. Is he talking about Hexecutor? No, Hexecutor was driving around. Is he on about the observers? I don't know. And did that count as a draw? It sounds like they're arguing up against it. And it says 1-0 win is that, yeah. Currently, it doesn't seem like this is amounting to anything, with Rush and NEWSTAR being on the 3rd match, 2 draws, ending with 1-0 so far. A bit weird, I would say. And again, they're talking about stuff, but I'm not sure what's going on. 24,000 viewers in this game is boring. Whoops. Our Russian counterpart channel is obviously doing very well for viewers, but the 2 games that are happening right now are very much nothing is happening, and that's not so good. But fantastic for them getting 24,000 viewers. Our sister sites, 24k plus my 30. Oh dear, I love you guys, I really do. But these aren't very exciting games. He is right. They are playing incredibly defensively. Stop playing so defensively, guys. Entertain the masses. But they don't want to. They want to make sure that it is a win and not anything else. They don't want to jeopardize their money. Because remember, guys, there's a lot of money on the line here. They don't want to just randomly play aggressive for the crowd and not earn that money. In the end of the day, that's what it's all about for them. So updating the score list for us, and people can see the difference here. And there we are, 1-0 so far for Rush, but it's 2 draws and we're actually on game number 4. And they're talking about more stuff. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to use the translator to see what is going on, and they say that setup is already done. So here we go. We're going to be going into the next any second now. Sorry for the silence there, guys. Nothing more to report. I just had to deal with something that came into my room. I had a laptop on standby and it woke itself up from standby and started playing a cartoon that my sons were watching earlier. So I muted myself and took it out of the room. So I apologise for that. But yeah, they are arguing here. I don't know what about. I think they are pressing for a team change or something. But no, the goes go up. And